Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World. In today's video, I would like to discuss overcapped inventories. And based off of our most recent version 40 update, many of us received a gift box of items that unfortunately left us with more inventory than we had max inventory allotment for. And that's what's known as going into an overcap status. So the goal of this video is to help you with this in case you were there, and or prevent it from happening to you in the future. And we're going to start right up here with this number of 3,200. Now, as of today, the maximum inventory amount that you can have is 3,200 token armory slots. But if you are not maxed, and if we go over here to the exchange tab under items and event items, when a new event kicks off, you can actually purchase additional inventory space or token armory slots. In fact, 100 of them or 2,500 gold. And in my opinion, this is some of the best gold that you can spend in the game, especially for a new player. Because often when it comes to players in Save the World and along our journeys, there will be times where you may have accidentally recycled something or put something in your collection book which you wish you would not have. And if you have more space or breathing room, those decisions and choices are less likely to happen. So when it comes to the first tip that I have when it comes to staying out of overcapped inventory, it would be by purchasing your token armory slots. So please don't overlook that. And in fact, I consider that the primary focus that you should have when a new season kicks off when it comes to the exchange tab of the game. All right. Now, otherwise though, what else can we do to help with our inventory? Again, and as mentioned, the collection book. All right, now I can tell you when I signed in off of this update, I was awarded with 535 total items. And one of the reasons for this was because of my collection book. And you can see here, we have a max collection book right now. And I always have for the most part in my entire journey. But even more important though, this level can be changed or even leveled up even more if you choose to put superchargers in, or if for some reason you happen to still have God rolled items left over here. But when it comes to the book in general, I would tell you as a new player that this is one of the most important things that you will ever do in your journey. And I would tell you to focus on it early on when the rewards can actually make a difference for you. All right. So when we're coming into this collection book, I want you from day one, as soon as you can, to place non-essential, non-game changing items into it. And instead keep out items that meet your playstyle or that are game-changing or that would cost you flux or a voucher to acquire. And that's just in the beginning. And if you do this kind of thing, you can end up unlocking rewards to include, which we got a second copy of, right? Someone like Buckshot Raptor that is a game-changing shotgun hero in Save the World. And kudos to you if you worked in advance on your collection book, because now you have 2 copies of him instead of 1. So we have that. So the collection book is very, very important here when it comes to staying out of this overcap status. Now, when it comes to specific things to keep out, let's start with heroes first. Now, when it comes to heroes, and just in general in the game, I often see too much focus, in my opinion, on weapon play. All right, or weapon-focused hero loadouts. The thing about those is this. Number one, they will only carry you so far in the game, especially when you get to the end game, and mark my words on that. All right, but even more so, every shot that you take with a handheld weapon in this game costs you durability of your weapon and ammunition. So instead, this is my recommendation, especially if you are early in your journey. Keep out heroes that can provide you specific utility benefits, right? Such as wall strength to your walls, extra speed when it comes to movement because it's so difficult early on. Maybe some extra trap durability as well. Just examples to give you, right? Also, heroes that focus and can be loaded into ability-focused loadouts because abilities are free to utilize, right? Something to think about there, such as heroes that you would have if you're doing dungeons right now with Carbide, or could be somebody like Diecast to have a mini boss killer in the late game. Just things to think about that will be free for you to utilize. And I would keep these things out. But even more so when you're newer, of course, you're looking for the base game items over the event style items. And there are many out there that can be of great benefit to you. So those are the heroes that I'd be focusing on early. Defenders wise, want to point out here, and this is for all players because I hear this often. Unlike popular belief of the sniper defender, which is phenomenal and does provide value to a player, no doubt. Some of the best teammates you'll have. But all defenders in Save the World have use, purpose, value, and meaning, especially when it comes to completing daily quests, when it comes to matching your playstyle or the weapons that you like to have in your inventory, and so on and so forth. So please don't overlook all defenders. I also want to point out with your inventory in general, all right? Sometimes, and even often, and most of the time early in your journey, lower rarity items can hold more value to you than the higher rarity ones. And this is the same case when it comes to damage. You don't need the most damage in Save the World. You need the right damage based on your personal playstyle and what you're trying to do in a mission or bring to a team. And that's just not here in Defenders, but it's across the board, so I want to mention it. All right? But coming off of that, and when we speak about damage in general, you don't need to have damage perks on Defenders either. Don't overlook things like fire rate, reload speed, chance not to consume ammo, and so on and so forth. Could be quite beneficial to you, truly. But if you are going to choose damage, especially early on, I would tell you to make the process easier and a bit more efficient for you. When you're using damage, I always recommend pure damage. That way you don't have to think about your weapons as much that you're giving to the defenders. I also would like to point out something like with the Bruiser Defender. Try to choose straight melee damage for the same reason. You don't have to think as much when you are giving your defenders the weapons. So these choices could help when it comes to your selections of your defenders. When it comes to heroes as well, don't forget expeditions. Very important to do the expeditions every opportunity that you can get. And eventually you're going to have 2 land, 2 sea, and 2 air expeditions that you can take advantage of. But early on, send what you can and make sure you keep heroes out and level accordingly so you can have successful expeditions. Again, this will help you when it comes to obtaining inventory. All right, so that covers that section. Now, survivors. Unlike most will tell you out there, I have a completely different outlook here. All right, to me, all survivors, every single survivor that you receive while you are a new player are definitely going through the storyline of this game as you are trying to discover your playstyle. All of them are extremely valuable. So please, if someone out there tells you to only keep your mythic and legendaries and recycle all other survivors, do not do this. Please be patient here. And in fact, I would say, and usually when I'm doing a tutorial playthrough of the game, right, that most of your inventory should be your survivors. Just like I've kind of mentioned before, when it comes to survivors, just like damage and rarity and things like that, you don't need the most or the highest, you need the right. And something is better than nothing in Save the World. I've always looked at it that way, no matter what the numbers are. All right? Make sure when it comes to your survivor squads that you are lining them up to match your playstyle or what you bring to a team in this game. All right? Very, very important here. Don't put bonuses in your survivor squads that you do not utilize. For instance, if you are not running late game endurance or you're not responsible on the team for trap durability with limited time modes like Survive the Horde and Frost Knight, I might consider running something different that more meets what you are bringing when you play this game. So just be aware of that. And I would say overall, survivors to me truly hold the most value overall when it comes, especially early on, to establishing your survivor squads to match your playstyle or what you're bringing to that team. All right. Now, the fan favorite of schematics. What do you keep here? Something similar to heroes when it comes to ranged and melee. I would tell you early on when it comes to your weapons, focus on weapons that provide a utility to you, right? Like a quest hunter in the Xenon bow when you shoot that across your map. Like, armor or speed with a Baron, and so on and so forth. Things that can help you in that way are of great benefit. Honestly, they truly are. And also don't overlook the importance of traps and having multiple copies of traps for whatever it is you might be doing in the game. This is often overlooked. And one thing about Save the World is you will end up on your own solo. So when you have proper hero loadouts, a proper survivor squad setup, and you're utilizing, schematics that provide you utility, it really does make a big difference for you to include your defenders when you place those and you're utilizing them in those missions. Again, some of the best teammates you will have in this game are defenders. Remember that. All right? But overall, I wanted to, just for a moment here, go over and discuss this overcapped inventory and provide to you ways that you can keep yourself out of entering this status.